Hi everyone, welcome to Arbitrary Hero presents Max's Mad Mythic Mercenaries. This is the Waterdeep Dragon Heist campaign. I am the Dungeon Master Cameron, here to run a game of Dungeons & Dragons for my friends. We're going to go around the table, introduce everyone, and the question we have for today is, who are you playing? And what is their, like, if they have a scar that they share, you know, you share war stories, scar stories. What is the scar story they would share with their friends? Let's start off with Rolan. Nate, who are you playing?
Yeah, I'm playing Rolan Jatoro, a human fighter. I would say over the years he's probably accumulated plenty of his own scars, but the thing that probably is the most impactful for him, because after a while they're nothing special, but he would always ask his mom about her scars and want to know the story of how she got those. It's like a bedtime story, but he'd pick out his favorite scars and ask for how she got those.
Oh, that's cute. If anyone wants a little more detail into Roland's mother, the one that she always talks about the most is the one across her belly where she had a C-section, and when he ruined her body, she constantly reminds me about that.
Oh my god.
All right, Cherie, who are you playing, and what is her scar story?
So I am playing Alu, and she is an SMR rogue. And as I was thinking about this, I was like, I don't feel like Alu would share scar stories. Not that she doesn't have a lot of scars, but I think she avoids it because there are defining and identifying markers. But also, she's not really a swap stories over the campfire kind of gal.
Fair enough.
But the thing that I thought would be kind of interesting, and like how Alu has like become Alu and why she's a rogue, and kind of how she got like sneaky, is going down to the kitchen to steal candy or cookies out of the cookie jar when like she's of an upper class family, not Holly's level, but wealthy merchant class. And they're not supposed to be in the kitchen. And so she would sneak down to the pantry and steal cookies in the middle of the night. And she accidentally knocked the cookie jar on the floor. And in order to get away without anyone noticing her, as, you know, it made a very large clatter, she accidentally stepped on a piece of glass. So she has a pretty big scar on the bottom of her right foot that's kind of like almost like a crescent moon shape. And she got that stepping on glass.
Oh, that is kind of, I mean, it's painful, but a cute story from when you're a kid. Danny, who are you playing, and what is his favorite scar story?
Hi, I am playing a Sprocket. So Sprocket spent most of his life kind of tinkering and doing like just kind of general experiments and building things, and like things happen. So he's got a variety of burn marks and kind of scratches, dings, and dents along his arms and some along his face, but not on the eyes. Wear protection, just kids. Work safety is good safety. Anyways, but I don't know if he has like a particular story because they're all kind of like things that happened and it healed and forgot about him. He is missing half of his pinky. Just half his pinky in the left hand.
But is there a scar on the end of it?
Well, yeah, it kind of comes to a scar after the first knuckle there. But he learned an important lesson that day is that although fingers are helpful, they have limited uses. So it's kind of in case, I mean, you got a couple more tries with him to get something fixed, but...
Yeah, you got, what, 30 tries with the knuckles? Yeah.
Yes, yeah, so, so you always have another shot if you mess up, is what he learned from that.
I like it.
A limited time.
Before I ascended to the golden throne upon heaven, I did once play a mortal named Wilhelm. And the scar story that he would share at a table is he'd open his mouth and he'd show that there is a circular burn around his tongue, the tip of his tongue. And he'd talk about why that happened, and he'd talk about how he once took home a lovely fire genasi girl. And he is a man who is very dedicated to pleasing the woman he is with. And sometimes that means you gotta suffer for your art. And that's the story he shares. Hannah, who are you playing? Wow. And what does she do?
Wilhelm is a Fëanor. Why do you keep telling me?
Check the handout.
So I am playing Holly Reeves Go Delicately, and with her being a noble, she does not have any physical scars.
Just
But she,
emotional
Broke a
ones.
nail once.
yeah, she just has an emotional scar, which is when her dad died. So for her, it like she I mean, obviously it's not visible because it's emotional, but she will not interact with any sort of doctor or high-ranking doctors of any kind, and she won't go into. She has not once stepped foot in her dad's little study area since he passed away.
I dig
So
it.
she avoids it.
So, but is that something she tells other people, or that's something like Alu she kind of keeps to herself?
She keeps that to herself.
Gotcha. And then Ian, who do you play? And I imagine he has at least one good Scar story.
He has several, in fact. I am playing Fenmir, Wood Elf Ranger. He actually, the most recent Scar story he told was to what apparently was one of the local marine biologists who asked him about this terrible scar on his leg. And he told him about how in a past life, or previous life, he was a sailor on a ship that was participating in a war, a really big war, a world war, you might call it. And they got sunk. And that's when the sharks came and
Oh
started.
my god.
And 1,100 men went into the drink that day. 365 came out. And then that's not actually how I got my scar. I actually got my scar by biffing it on a kickflip on a skateboard, but it was a good story anyway.
That's the one I'm sticking with.
Yeah. All right.
Actually, we have some pretty good skateboarders in our other campaign.
That's true.
Just FYI.
And at some point, you all will probably hear from that other campaign eventually.
An extra points to anybody who watches this and can tell what that's from, by the way.
Yeah. Who would it be?
Just one video
Universal?
about it.
Universal, please don't sue us. I don't know who's got that one.
TM, copyright.
But we are picking up from where we ended our last session. Last time we played, it is now Eliant the 18th. Hollyrees and Fen woke up early. They went and protected from some dung sweepers. If you go back and watch that episode, you'll see Fen single-handedly bisected a monstrous centipedal creature. It was very cool.
Yep.
You guys, it's now around 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Hollyrees and Fen, you have returned. Everyone's been kind of working on their own stuff. And I wanted to see what you all want to do with the rest of your time today. Tomorrow is the grand opening, but Wilhelm and the crew, the staff, seem to have things pretty well in hand, unless there's something specific you want to do with the grand opening. There is the tournament on the 21st, so that is 3 days away. You now have the list of competitive teams. If you want to go scope out the competition, you can do that. There is the larger mystery of Never Ember's Enigma. There is tracking down the Nimblewright. You guys have some individual faction quests you can go on, some stuff that might actually be more timely, just needing to do it today. So what all do you want to do?
I'm going to save the dragon assignment from Vajra for after opening day.
Okay.
Fenn's
Go ahead.
on the clock. I think he has until he needs to be basically robbing a dude at about 8 o'clock this evening. So
Yes, you got about 6 hours before then to do something.
yeah, so Fen will eventually need to go scope that out and, rob a fool. But in the meantime, if anybody else needs him to come along and help, he can do that.
Sounds good.
Colliers was going to go shopping for a new dress and then go send an invite to Vincent, her BFF.
I think he already got an invite. You sent him an invite like when
he's getting another one.
When you first met him. Yeah.
That was just to save the date.
Yeah.
Well, I know Ali wants to stock the dock wards.
Yeah.
She's still staking out Muleskull Tavern.
Yes, and you know that the street urchins that you employ, they gave you some information. You know that Tonight, if the serial killer is following a set pattern, tonight's likely the night, and usually the murder happens around when the bars close down. So 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. is kind of the prime time you want to be there. So we can do Fenn's thing, we can do Alu's thing. We still have 6 hours before then to either go figure out what this dragon is, or go figure out what the monster in that one lady's cupboard in the trade ward is, or something else.
Hey, you know what would really help the grand opening tomorrow?
Poison?
What you got?
What if we try to buy a Nimblewright of our own to maybe staff and help around the restaurant and kind of see, where these things are coming from?
I mean, it's a
You
cool
say
idea.
we buy.
Yeah, what kind of pocket change you got going there?
Yeah.
Well, here's my thinking. It seems like some of you are better at talking than I am, but maybe if we can just buy a bunch of spare parts, I can build one.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Well,
I like
Is it-
Sprocket's thinking.
I mean, that could be a fun project for you.
Well, yeah, because all the ones we've seen so far seem to be not be perfect. So you have to imagine there's some spare parts lying around. If we might be able to find this person, they can maybe help identify the other ones.
Captain, what's his name? Hold on, I have to look that up.
Zardon Zaj?
yeah, Zardon
Captain
Zaj.
Zardon
He's
Zaj.
part of the Sea Maiden's Fair thing that we got to go check out later tonight.
Yes,
I
you
feel like
have
that
gotten
would be,
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I feel like that would be a very good thing to do, and to also roll into part of what Ollie's doing, because he's very suspicious. He's in on this thing.
We got daytime activities, then we'll probably hit Fenn's thing up because that's in the evening, and then at night, like late night tonight, we'll hit up Olive's
I
thing.
like Sprocket's thing. It's a good, scope the territory for the
Oh,
evening.
yeah. Yeah, you can wrap it up. Yeah, you can wrap that in there.
Yeah, we can just sort of head down there and see what's going on down there.
It's a good idea.
I'm with you tonight if you need
That
help.
Sprocket should definitely do that with her and Wilhelm,
That's an idea.
because he's pretty persuasive.
All right. You guys, so I guess we'll split up. You guys do the daytime casing of the joint. I'm going to go check out the roster for the tournament coming up. I want to see who we're up against.
That's a good idea.
So,
All right.
Write the names down.
Who do we want to take first?
Roland, presumably you are going to come with me on my adventure this evening, yeah?
Yes.
All right. So in any case, why don't you and I go check out that roster since Fenn's itching
think-
to get his gun off.
Yeah.
I want to go too.
Okay. So the three of us will go, and
Probably
then you
likes to
three can
watch
go.
his muscles.
Mhm.
Okay, so
She also wants to see if there's any competition that she's slept with previously.
The different kind of roster.
yeah, how much? I guess give me a rough estimate. How much time do you want to spend dedicated to this activity? Is it just do this until 8 and then or 7:30 and then at that time head over to Fenn's thing?
Well, so here's the thing.
Do we want to
Roland,
meet up for that?
well, Roland and Holly Reese, we can also it's not like necessarily at 8. We can go, case the dude, sort of figure out what his patterns are and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Figure out where he is. And so if you want to go from the tournament thing to Fenn's thing, we can do that.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll do
Yeah,
that.
let's do that.
Okay, so
Fenn's thing is what again? Remind me. Sorry.
Ben has to rob this dude of a handkerchief and give it to, I believe, a little girl who lives in the dock ward somewhere.
Okay, so that feels like something that Olive should meet you.
All right.
But
Because she's got contacts.
Let's
I
take
think-
the next 3. It's currently 2
yes.
o'clock in the afternoon.
Yep.
Let's take the next 3 hours to go do our individual stuff. We'll go check out the roster for the tournament. You guys go case the Sea Maiden's Fair area, and then we'll meet
While
back.
we're doing that, see if we can get parts for a nimble.
Yeah, exactly. It shouldn't take more than a few hours anyway for either side of this.
Okay, so we can do the Bright Swords tournament list pretty quickly. You all tell me how you're trying to figure out who the competition is.
So I figured out what I would do, at least to start off with, is go back to where the signups were
Yes.
and see if they're, because signups are still it's open enrollment, right?
No, the ward has the North Ward has 16 teams now, so
Okay.
it's full. But like you can go look at the list, of course.
Yeah, go check out the list, and then maybe I'll ask around and see
Is
if I can
that
get
also
some
where
names.
the tournament is being held? There people like practicing there, like a Knight's Tale style.
No,
Or
the tournament is going to be held in an arena that is currently being erected. It's being built up.
So I can't scout these fools then.
On a parade ground. No, like I mean they're like you guys, like they're doing their own shit and then they're gonna show up the day of. You guys know that you're expected at dawn on the 21st to show up outside this parade ground that is used in the North Ward for different things where they're building up this arena. You all, I believe, should be looking at the list of team names currently.
Yep.
It's in the group chat trying to find it, and I'm looking at the wrong thing.
So
I got it.
this list, like as was mentioned before, this is like a poster promoting the event. This is the list that everyone sees. You all filled out a document saying your team breakdown, but that's not something like every team doesn't have like their list of things. And same thing with the competition can't see who you are just by looking at this poster.
Yeah.
But I do have a list of all the people. If you're able to figure out how you want to get that information, I'll be able to provide some of that to you.
There's
Okay.
like, is there dudes like working the roster, the signups, like someone at the table? Like
Yeah,
who's
so
working
the
it?
signups and stuff that'll happen at the local guardhouse, not that far from you. So yeah, there's some City Watch members,
Right.
absolutely.
Someone has the idea maybe to go over there and like maybe offer him a little grease the wheels maybe. a little
Or
bit.
even if Roland's worked with one of them before, maybe it's somebody he knows from his adjacent work with the guards.
I'm trying to remember
Be a
what
coupon for one free drink at a grand opening at one of these amazing bars that's opening.
I think the last time you interacted with the guards, Max kind of established that you don't know any of this group personally. But you did. I mean, you can they know you guys because you all got blown up yesterday. So
That is true.
there is that as an icebreaker.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
All right, I say we walk up to them. Fenn's going to strike up a conversation.
Right on.
Are we there now?
Yeah.
Okay. Fenn's going to talk to the dudes.
He
He's
says,
gonna say-
"Hello, citizen. Do you have something you need help with today?"
Yeah, is this where are you guys administering the signups for the tournament occurring?
Yeah,
So-
yes, but I'm sorry. We already have our 16
Oh yeah.
teams
No,
for
we're
the
already
North
signed
Ward.
up. We're already
Yeah,
signed up.
we're already
We're on
signed
the
up.
list.
We're just curious if
Oh yeah, who are you guys?
We
Okay.
are Max's Mad Mythic Mercenaries.
us.
Oh, nice. Yeah, this is your first year competing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah, I
You
was
guys,
wondering-
you own
What-
Trollskull Tavern.
That's us.
Neat.
Yep.
It's always cool to get locals in the event. I'll be rooting for you guys.
I'm
Oh,
curious.
awesome. Are you coming
what
to
kind of
our
odds are you getting?
Yeah, what are the odds?
That I don't know. I'm not a bookie.
Well,
What's the
just look
talk?
at this.
Who's the
Yeah,
favorite?
look at this
You
list
see,
here. Are there
there's a
any-
shorter dwarf guard next to him that laughs. He says, "No, it would be totally immoral for us to bet, wouldn't it, Randy?" And Randy's like, "Yeah."
Well, you said you're rooting, so maybe you know who else is.
He's like 40 days out.
Yeah,
What's the word? And who's the favorite?
the dwarf says, "Oh, I mean, that's the barge. It's the night shift."
What?
What's
The barge and the night shift.
Uh,
That's their response to who the favorite is, or what?
the barge on the team, the night shift.
The barge, yeah, the night shift's won for. He thinks back. He's like, I think it's 4 years in a row now.
Who's the barge?
George?
The Bart, Sir Kriegman.
Oh,
You'll know her. I mean,
Her?
yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Roland?
Uh-huh.
Do we know if she's single?
Do you know her?
I mean, I think she's pretty pledged to Ilmatter, but you never know.
I used to.
Interesting.
Oh, Roland, do we?
Roland, give me because
some
we
history
talked a
over
little
here?
bit about the bards before. Roland, why don't you give me a history check with disadvantage?
With disadvantage.
Ooh.
All right. Well, great.
Oh,
My history's not
Holly is like
super great either.
all up, waiting
So
for
from your
everything
time
to
with
divulge.
the barge,
That's a natural 20 for a 19. And that is an 8.
okay.
God damn
Your what I was going to say is the reason you have disadvantage is because you spent a lot of time with this person, but you spent it a lot of time in a professional setting. And what I wanted to note is that your experience with Kriegman was that he never took his armor off in front of you.
Yeah.
And now you're starting to realize that you might have gotten Mulan.
Yeah,
that's not
exactly.
fair. I've
That's
never
why I was
seen
like,
Mulan.
I used to, but that person wasn't entirely the truth, apparently. Maybe I would say it was like a sister or a relative of some sort, but that's still the same name.
Yeah, the dwarf says like, yeah, listen, I mean, no one beats the barge in combat. I'd be very surprised. Like we got some out of towners. I'm curious about Clan Anvil. We'll see. You know, go dwarves. We'll see how they do. But even though the lineup for the night shifts changed a little bit, they got a couple new recruits on their 5-man roster. But I mean, look, when shit goes wrong on the North Ward, you call the barge.
Okay.
So Fenn's gonna ask, are any of these events going to be officiated? Do we know who any of the rules makers are? Any of the umpires? Any of the referees? Got any of their names?
Yeah, I mean, it's standard rules. So, first round, like, there's going to be an hour between each round. It's a standard bracket system, single elimination. First round happens outside the arena, since it's 8 matches. That wouldn't be able to necessarily fit in an hour, depending on some of the combat strategies. So there's going to be 4 sub arenas starting out on the outside of the arena, so that you get 2 matches in the course of an hour, and that's the first round. And in that, the rule is no killing. You can't kill. You can hit to maim, you can hit to knockout, can't kill. But then the good part is top 8 happens, and at top 8 happens, we go into the arena, and in the arena, we've got a bunch of very powerful clerics and wizards, and they've constructed a very unique spell. It's expensive to maintain, that's why it only happens for the couple hours that this tournament happens, but they're going to set up a ward of no death in the arena. So there you all can go nuts. No one's dying. But yeah,
I'm very happy to hear this secretly.
First, you know, if you throw in the white towel or you get incapacitated, first team to have all 5 members out loses, and we single elimination until there's one left.
Do you need all 8 badges to play in this tournament?
He says, no. You get your Northward badge here, and then if you go around and do each tournament, then you can fight in the Elite 4.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's when the best fighters from Neverwinter, Waterdeep, Baldur's Gate,
And the Orange Islands.
and the Orange Islands all get together.
I think about half the roster actually got that joke.
Yeah.
Is there a bracket, seeds, anything like that?
That gets drawn on the day. It's random. There's no real seeds. We tried seeds once before, where like 20 years ago there was like a season system, but then it got into like gladiatorial like slave pits and stuff, and there was a revolt in the city, and we don't do that anymore. This one's just for funsies.
Just for funsies.
All right. Do you happen to know where everyone's staying? You knew where we were from.
Well, yeah, but that's all just because y'all got blown up the other day.
It's not like an Olympic Village anywhere.
No. I mean, there's out-of-towners like the Douche Raiders and the Xanathar Fucks. Those guys are locals. The barbarians, I'm pretty sure, from out of town. I don't know if they're staying in the city. They might just be like out there on the outskirts, fucking goats somewhere. The
Do
not
you know where
bandits,
the
I am
barge is
positive, are
now?
not staying in town. Because if the not bandits were in here, we would of course arrest them. Because look, they on the fucking sign up sheet, they wrote bandits the first time. They just crossed that shit out. Like, I can read.
Not bandits. Do you know where the
Well,
barge
this guy-
is on the regular?
Where? Sorry, what?
Do you know where the barge is right now?
Either on patrol or at the temple.
Temple. What temple?
She's either gonna be watching. She's either on shift, patrolling the northward. She's a temple knight at the Hospice of Saint Laupsen. That is Laupsenn. Or she might be out supporting the Order of Magists and Protectors. I mean, she was off yesterday, so I assume she's on duty today. She never takes more than a day off at a time.
She got a favorite weapon type she likes to use?
Yeah, longsword and a hand crossbow.
Oh, feisty.
Same as always.
Feisty.
Do you want to go to Northward?
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen her move, she's the dwarf's like, look, she's fucking scary nowadays.
I'm familiar with her work.
The Order of Magists and Protectors, they bring her in when they need an anti-mage specialist.
Mm-hmm. That sounds about right. Yeah, let's go. At least I'm gonna go. You guys can have fun doing some more research. I got something to take care of.
We
That's
can go
very-
with you.
Yeah, that's very,
This is all very vague, and I am so intrigued as to what this relationship is between the two of you.
Okay, so if you all are going to go to the temple, that's fine. In the time that it takes you to do that, we are going to flash to Alu and Sprocket. You two
Oh.
said that you wanted to go investigate the Nimblewrights? Was that correct?
Yes.
You-
We're doing multiple things at the
Did you
same
mention you wanted to take Wilhelm with you?
Yes.
Okay.
He's persuasive.
I just
Can I ask you a question? Did
Wondering.
Sprocket end up making us the poison that we asked for?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should have added it to your inventory. You got what, 1 ounce of assassin's blood?
Assassin's blood. So that sounds legal to me.
1.2 ounces of something and 1.2 ounces.
Add another 0.2 ounces, buddy.
So that sounds pretty lethal to me. Do we know anything about that? Like, can we drop the dosage down to like just knock somebody out or give them terrible dysentery or something?
You know what? Tell me something about Fen and his history. Where would he have learned about like assassination in his past life?
So I'm trying to remember back to the story we told Nate a long time ago, but I think like he learned most of his like martial skills from being, I think he was, boy, I'm trying to remember. I think he was like served in the military for a while, like as a mercenary kind of a thing, like not as a straight up soldier, but like a sellsword kind of thing.
Wait, who is this
For a
again?
while, like that's how he's
Offended?
earned his money.
Ended?
Yeah,
I believe it was like
If you
Because he was an orphan for a while, and he like after his wife was killed, he like
he's like a
became a
wilderness
nomad
protection guard.
wanderer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for a while, like he ended up being kind of like a ranger of his woodland area. Like he was the dude watching out and protecting the.
So I'll
forest.
say, it wouldn't be a nature check. You can give me a history check to see if Fen. Let's see if he may have run across the use of assassin's blood.
History. I should have 0. Yeah, okay. And that will be. There we go. Yeah.
I'll say, I think on this, you haven't run into its use personally, but you have experienced, or you've heard stories about its use. And the way that Fen heard Assassin's Blood being used was by poachers. They would they'd have a trap and they'd lace the bait with assassin's blood to weaken a creature before hunting it down.
Got it. Okay.
And I did post in the text chat, the Discord text, a link to Assassin's Blood for your reference.
Cool. All right. Sorry. Continue.
All right. So, Alu and Sprocket, what are you all trying to do?
Hey, Alu, is it all right if I leave this jar that produces poison magically at the shop?
As long as it's not somewhere where someone might accidentally drink it, I think so.
Oh, that.
Play it out of mind. Should be
Keep it away
fine.
from Marmaduke.
Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, I put it in just a spot. We flash back to the tavern, and the alchemy jug is set amongst all the other alcohol jugs with a little note taped to it that says "Don't drink."
It actually, the
Yeah, it'll
tape
be
wasn't
fine.
long enough to say don't drink, so you just wrote drink, and then you said, everyone remember, this is the opposite. This one is, this. Just remember, don't, all the other ones say drink, but those you do what they say. This one you don't do what they say.
I put this one on sideways, so you got to remember this is the "Don't drink."
Yeah, upside down.
Inverted drink. Don't drink.
Yeah. No, it's there. You put a label on it that says don't drink. That's totally fine.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
Totally fine.
Marmaduke can't read that note, guys. Just pointing that out.
Marmaduke's smarter
Get
than
the dog out of here. What's it doing in the tavern?
This is a cat.
kitty.
So
This is Marmaduke.
Kitty.
yeah, here we are walking towards the dock tavern, the dock warden. Sea Maiden's Fair.
Sea Maiden's Fair.
We got in 3.
So let me just make sure I've got this right. Rolan, Fen, and Holly Rees are all out. And then Sprocket, Wilhelm, and Alu are heading out together. And you want to go to the Sea Maiden's Fair.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's
That is where the captain has been selling the Nimblewrights.
Yes.
So our actual goal that is not surreptitious is to potentially purchase Nimblewright parts so that Sprocket can build a Nimblewright.
Yeah. So Sprocket, I think I'm going to need you to make an Arcana check to see if you think you can actually build a Nimblewright.
all right. +5, baby. Let's see what happens. Did it roll?
You think that you can build a Nimblewright. That's probably something you can do.
Yeah, I think I can definitely build a Nimblewright. You just stick all the parts together and add a little bit of glue, and you got it.
You saw a cousin of yours once got a Nimblewright kit for his birthday, and it's like, you got those little wooden pegs, and you put them together, and everything's in Swedish, so it's hard to understand. But like,
It was a
just follow the
master grade
instructions.
model though, so it was like
Yeah.
super good.
Yeah.
Yes, but my cousin never actually finished it, and every time I went over there, I saw it. I'm like, oh, please just let me do it. And so I just tried to assemble it in my mind.
Yeah,
Like, I
and
got
then
this.
finally he got mad at you for always bugging about it, and he finished it, but he used Gorilla Glue everywhere on the thing, so all the joints are stuck.
Gears don't
like-
even move.
Yeah, and he like didn't apply it carefully. It's just a fucking mess.
If he stands like this.
Yeah.
And he's so proud of it. It's
Yeah.
on his shelf. He's talking because it was the
Yeah.
master grade, and he finally assembled this thing. And
And it just
Sprocket
looks like
fucking
such
hates it.
ass. Yeah. And you're like, you've offered him to buy it from him so you can take it apart and put it together properly and do the detailed painting and stuff, and he just won't sell it to you.
He won't budge on it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's how I learned how to build them because my cousin had one of those. As I tell all that to Alu and Wilhelm. I'm just telling that story the whole time we were walking. He's getting worked up.
Okay, so
I'll get one. I'll fix it one of these days.
so you
Well, I'll show him. I'll just get my own.
you know where to go for the Sea Maiden's Fair. It's in the dock ward. There's a large dock, and there's 2 ships on either side. And then one ship, let me pull it up. Do I actually have, like, I have a map, but I don't know if I want to show you that map yet.
Show me the map, coward.
Let me find the fucking thing. Where was this? This was in here. Okay, so there's 3 ships, you know that. There is the Hellraiser, the Eyecatcher, and the Heartbreaker. No, I'm not going to show you that yet.
Running by those again. Hellraiser, Hightaker,
Hellraiser, Eye Catcher, and Heartbreaker. And Alu had seen all three of these before. Alu, you had also seen kind of you estimated there were probably about 20 sailors on each one, not including the carnies.
Yep. 20 sailors, 15 to 16 entertainers per ship.
Are these people all coming to for the tournament? Can we assume?
No, they are part of the carnival.
Yeah, the Sea Maidens Fair is a carnival on this very large dock.
Okay.
It's a carnival that is happening there.
Is it a perpetual carnival, or is this just carnival time?
It's carnival time. I mean, they're
Okay.
here partially for bright swords, but they're gonna stay here longer than that for a period of for an engagement period, and then they'll go somewhere else. So yeah, you go, and again, it's in the afternoon, so the carnival's going.
Oh, dude, I would have came here immediately if I knew there was a carnival.
Yeah, Alu, it's not quite as lively as you saw it the night before, but you probably think that it'll get busier as the night goes on. People get drunk and come out for the show and everything.
We love light.
Tell me what all you want to do here.
So I think we want to go for, if I remember correctly, the Eye Catcher is the biggest ship. So I'm assuming that's the one that is Captain Zord's flagship, so his ship. So we'd head for that one. And we're going up the gangplank. We're not hiding or sneaking. We're just...
Wait. Miss Alu, aren't we supposed to ask permission to get on a ship first?
Yeah, you're supposed to ask. I'm not saying we're getting on the ship. I'm just saying
you're just approaching it.
Okay, I thought you were storming on. Certain dominance. You're like, this is my boat now. Yeah, go on. Sorry. I'm right behind you.
So, to be clear, the Heartbreaker and the Hellraiser are two identical ships. The Eye Catcher is the one that's decorated a little differently.
It's the big grand ship is what it says in my notes.
Yep. And I actually probably need to pull up this part.
Have you talked to anyone on these boats before?
You have.
I haven't. I absolutely haven't. I don't know if they did.
Yeah, I guess Alu, how much filling in? Because you've engaged with Bregendareth before. How much have you filled in Sprocket?
I feel like not much because I feel like he doesn't really trust us, or she's not really sure she wants to trust him. She's just kind of like, yeah, Nimblewright, that sounds like a great idea. We should go and look into that. And at the same time, Wilhelm and everybody else, we should also be on the lookout for a serial killer.
Yeah, Wilhelm's keeping an eye out. So as you were walking down the thing, Wilhelm sees some flame jugglers, and he's like, okay, I know we're here on business, but that is some real cool shit. Let's just watch these guys for a little bit.
It's just basic pyrotechnics. A little bit of kerosene, and it moves so fast you can't even burn yourself. No, it's amateur.
This is why she doesn't tell him anything. He's a little too forthright.
Yeah. Wilhelm
I don't blame you at
goes
all.
over, and he gets some roasted pecans, some candied roasted pecans, and he's having a good time. He's vibing out, and you all chill for a little bit, and then give me perception checks. Wilhelm is engrossed in the theatric, so he is not going to give a perception check, but because of his focus, I think he can give Alu the help action, so you can roll with advantage.
Okay.
Is this how Cameron just takes his characters out of the game? He just doesn't want to do it, so he just eats almonds in the distance?
Basically.
Okay, fair.
Alu, you notice that next to you, standing next to you, they're not paying attention to you or anything. They're also watching the show. But you notice some sailors that you identify that were on the Hellraiser the night before during the hours you spent observing. They work on that ship, and now they're out here chilling out with you watching the show. One thing I guess we should address before we go any further. Alu,
Yes.
before you came down here, you have a hat of disguise. Did you use that at all?
I feel like she wouldn't have used it at all. 'Cause
She's here as herself.
Yeah, she's here as herself as part of this little entourage that represents the Trollskull Tavern.
Sure thing.
Tonight, she'll wear her hat of disguise.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to just approach the ship, leave the show? What would you like to do here?
Yeah, I think like approach the ship, leave the show, kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly where the things are, but yeah.
Yeah.
She's noted the sailors, and she's gonna just walk confidently, but not barge onto the ship.
Yeah, so you get out past the carnival, and which ship did you want to approach again?
The eye catcher.
Sure thing. Before you get onto the gangplank, like away from the carnival, but before you get into the kind of immediate area of the ship, there are 2 sailors you see that are standing guard.
Okay. So she'd probably, as a unit, they'd go up and approach them and say, "We're looking for Captain Zord."
Says, "Oh, do you have business with the captain?"
We hope to have
Yes.
Captain.
He pulls out a clipboard and he says, "What is your name, miss?"
She'd just say Alu from Trollskull Tavern.
Alu from Trollskull Tavern. Unfortunately, I don't see that you have an appointment today. Might I mark you down for an appointment? What business do you have with the captain exactly?
We're looking into Nimblewrights.
You're looking to purchase a Nimblewright?
Potentially.
Give me a deception roll.
Is it a deception?
I mean, we're not looking to purchase one outright. We're looking to purchase parts, so...
I'd say this.
Technically, yeah.
You know that people bought Nimblewrights for 25,000 gold pieces. Do you have 25,000 gold pieces?
No.
I have something equally valuable.
Yeah, that's a deception roll.
Well, no, because like
After.
I'm going into this thinking that maybe we can make a deal. Like, yeah, 25,000 gold is an amount, but maybe we can make a deal with something else.
You also
Help
knew
and
that
assistance.
you knew that 25,000 gold pieces was an astronomical deal already from your previous investigation. So I think unless you have 25,000, or if you had talked to Holly beforehand and seen if her family could lend you that much money, which they probably would have said no. But as is, realistically, your ability to purchase a Nimblewright is limited. Okay.
Yeah.
He looks at you, and he's not like angry or anything, but he's just like, people
I just saw the roll. It's bad.
come up
Sorry.
asking to buy Nimblewrights. Maybe you heard that he was selling them, but I don't think we have any more. And I'll be honest, based on your dress, I don't think that you can afford one.
I'll let Sprocket take over because he's the one who wants one.
Well, yeah. Well, that's a clever assumption, my friend. We can't outright afford one, even at the outrageous prices that you're charging. But maybe you have some spare parts lying around. And if you look at my elaborate dress, I have like my grease-covered apron. You know that I could definitely fix one.
He says, perhaps, I don't think we have spare parts. It's not like we constructed the Nimblewrights. We shipped them from Luskin. We're just traders and entertainers, you see.
Well, even better. Then we can custom order some parts. Get them straight shipped back from Luskin.
He says,
If we can talk to your boss to get an idea of who his contact is over there.
he says, sure, maybe I can get you an appointment. And he starts, he's very obviously looking through his calendar, holding his clipboard, but his other hand is clearly doing this.
Oh, he's looking at all the available appointments he has that we have.
He wants money.
Oh, I thought he was fake pretending to use a book.
No, this is the international sign for grease the palm.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I saw the bell in his hand from where I was.
Oh well. Sir,
I
today
feel like you would probably misinterpret that anyway.
Probably.
And
But if I figure it out, I'd be like, oh, well, sir, you seem to be missing something in your hand. What if I told you I can give you 16 gold?
He says, "You know what? What was your name again?"
Sprocket.
Mr. Sprocket. In fact, I see you right here on the list. Why didn't you say so? Oh, I don't have Alu here, but yes, an appointment for 2:30 p.m. with a Mr. Sprocket. Yes, right here. Why don't I go let Captain Zord know you're here? He kind of holds out his palm.
I just put it in his pocket.
Yeah. And he jingles his way up the gangplank. Just a moment. Just a moment.
That's all my gold.
Sprocket, not a negotiator.
Yeah. Wilhelm's
Hey,
like
shoot with what you got.
he's chilling behind you two, and he's just like chewing pecans. Like he seems pretty amused.
I can only do that trick once.
Alu is also amused by this.
Yeah, because before there was a time when Holly Reese was bribing someone, and she was trying to use 1 gold piece, and you had to like explain to her that that is a ridiculous amount of money, and like yeah. So it's
like,
just funny that this has
high or
happened
low.
twice. Yeah.
And Alu is like, she obviously doesn't know Sprocket very well, so
Yeah.
she's just like, just
Yeah. So
she's like, okay.
So, the guy goes up. It takes a little while, 5-10 minutes. He comes back down and he says, "The captain will be seeing you now."
Excellent.
We're in.
So we'll head on up and we'll flash back to Fen and Roland and Holly Reese. You all have just made yourself to the hospice. So the hospice is up in the North Ward. It doesn't have anyone. It's a pretty humble building. Roland, give me a history check. Roland and Holly, you both can. Actually, Holly, you probably wouldn't know about this. Holly, you don't have, based on your religious beliefs, you don't have much truck with ill matter. He's the god of the poor and the devoted. He's the god of sacrifice, that sort of thing. That's not really your bag. He is one of the triad. Okay, Roland, you have never heard of ill matter before.
I didn't know this was a thing that she was into.
Yeah, exactly. So. The barge, in your time with him, he never really mentioned anything like that. So it's a pretty humble building. There is no one barring entrance at the front. The hospice is open for all to have access to, and those that can't afford. It's funded by charitable donations to take care of the sick and the poor. There are guards inside that there's 2 levels, and some patrol up top, just keeping an eye out, and some walk amongst the sick beds. Just there are patients with extreme fevers, they might suffer from delusions, that sort of thing. They're not like swords drawn or anything, but they're there to just try and make sure that no one is a danger to themselves or others.
Don't like to look at that leg. So
Yeah. Yep.
Cut it right off. All right.
Is there a lobby to this building before you go into a ward of any kind?
No, they seem to have converted. They're using as much floor space as they can to take care of people. There's no unnecessary square
It's
footage
not
for a lobby.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay, so Holly Reese sees this and she says that I'm gonna wait outside. Yeah. Have fun.
Won't be
She's
long.
not going into a ward.
Fair enough.
Sounds like
I will head in.
Well, and it also reminds her of her dad. She's not as selfish as you guys are making her out to be. She's trying to be a good person.
This is the person that has a spell that if she dies, 100 of our servants also die.
She hasn't used it.
Yeah, okay, just checking. Yeah. So, Roland and Fen, what are you two doing?
I'm going in.
I'm going in with Roland. I tell Holly, I'll let her know what I see.
So you go in and you see some clerics wandering, doing administrations on the sick, trying to heal what they can. Well, you don't see. I mean, when you knew the barge, he had, they had like military armor. You don't see anyone dressed up the way that you remember the barge.
Yeah, can I grab someone who like isn't among the patients but among the staff?
Yeah, you see like one of the guards.
Yeah, I'm going to inquire about, is there someone by the name of Kriegman here?
He says, "Are you looking for Sir Kriegman?"
Yes.
Yeah. I think today I don't think she's on shift at the hospice. I think she might be with the Watchful Order of Magists, and I don't know where exactly she would be. He looks at his timepiece and he says, "I think by this time of day she might be somewhere around Soster Street, unless there's been a call."
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Yeah, no problem.
And I'm going to turn right around and head right back out.
Yep.
And I'll pass by Holly, like, not here, moving on.
Where are we going?
Seekster Street?
Repeat it verbatim, Nate.
Yeah.
You know this area well enough that
Imagine.
they meant Soster Street, which you can head over to. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's not bad. Let's see. There we go. Rolling. That is
Yeah.
a dirty 20.
On your way there, you're keeping an eye out. You're just looking. You do see the two members of the Watchful Order that you met yesterday, Barnabas Blastwind, the one member, Barnabas Blastwind. You see him accompanied by a large knight in armor, kind of walking not towards Soster Street, but they are walking down Windborne Way.
Okay. Do I recognize their gait pattern?
Yes. Yeah. With
It's
a
similar.
20, you think this is Kriegman.
Okay. And I am currently not on an intercept course with them. I'm currently seeing
You're
them
like
from
a little
distance.
ways behind him. You can jog and catch up.
Okay. If that's the case, then yeah, I will pick up my pace. I won't hit into a jog, but I will definitely start walking faster than his average.
Yeah.
Um,
Holly reads is jogging, then she has to take twice as many steps.
Okay. Then I will, as soon as I'm within, like a comfortable earshot range, I don't have to shout. I will say, I guess I'll call out and say, "Excuse me, I'm looking for someone."
The knight turns around and they say, "Citizen, how can we help you today?"
I'm fairly certain that this is them, right?
Yeah, again, you've only ever interacted with Kriegman was a little odd, you thought, when you two were coming up together. You were cadets together for a short time. You got split up into two different platoons and you had to compete against each other. But Kriegman never took off their armor, even in like communal baths. It was a very odd situation. But from the voice, especially with the echo, yeah, you think it's Kriegman. And they see you and they kind of stop what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought it was you. Apparently I didn't know as much as I thought I was, but there's no mistaking how you move.
Rolan, it's good to see you.
Yeah, and it's good to meet you.
Holly Reese is just like, hi, I'm Holly Reese. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, boss, something, whatever, paying me. Anyway, you're fighting in this tournament?
Oh yes, on Bright Swords, yes. I mean it's been a while. It's I'm trying to think. The last time we saw each other was you were heading out to attend your sister's wedding. I
Oh, you were gonna go to her wedding? Oh,
I heard what happened, and I'm very sorry.
Yeah, well, I've spent time dealing with that already, but thank you.
Roll me
Didn't you
a
ever tell me who you were?
roll me a d10 real quick. Let's just put a number on out there.
Ben.
D10?
Yep.
Well, whenever it decides to roll. There we go. That is a 6.
Yeah. I think 6 years makes more sense with Roland's age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's not that old.
He's not like 40. Yep. Yeah. So it's
No.
been 6 years since you last saw Kriegman.
Okay. Yeah. How did I not know who you were?
What do you mean?
Can you do me a favor and take off the damn helmet for a second?
No.
Be polite.
Oh, we're way past polite, Holly.
Holly Reese. Holly Reese.
Yeah, I'm way past polite with you too.
I'm
Anyway.
on duty. I'm sorry. I can't take the helmet off.
Yeah, they're on duty. They can't take the helmet off. Listen, are you
Barnabas
on duty
turns around and
tomorrow
is like,
night?
Do you have some information about the explosion?
No.
Or are you coming here? I'm still conducting my investigation. I promise as soon as I have something to report, I will let you all know.
You're fine.
My current theory is suicidal goblins.
Yeah.
They won't
not
stop
worried about
eating
that.
black powder.
Stop. Miss Kriegman, Knight person?
Sir Kriegman.
Sir Kriegman, my apologies. What are you doing tomorrow night? Do you have plans?
Tomorrow night, I think I am self-flagellating at the temple for a couple hours.
You can do that anywhere, can't you?
Okay. I don't really quite understand, but if you need a break or get bored from that, we're opening our tavern tomorrow. We're having a big old grand opening. You're more than welcome to attend.
Do you like alcohol?
I do not drink. I do not partake in alcohol. It dulls the senses and leaves you open to sin.
What about some nice, healthy grapefruit juice?
Okay.
Yeah, I like grapefruit juice.
You're
Roland, are you gonna be there?
you're pretty religious. Yeah, Roland will be there. Yeah. That's why you should come. And we can offer you grapefruit juice.
And a protein shake.
The water.
I have some pamphlets about ill matter I can bring.
We're good. But I appreciate the thought.
Okay.
So we'll see you at like 6.
Roland, I mean, so after you mustered out, no one really in the Corps had heard from you or anything. How have things been going?
I've been keeping busy, mostly taking odd jobs here and there. How long have you been here?
How long has your sister been dead? A year? I think we established a year a little while ago.
Yeah.
I left the force and started volunteering about 2 years ago.
I see. But you are fighting in the tournament in a few days, right?
Here.
Yes, yeah, it's the watch usually sends 2 teams, and they said the citizens like to see me fight.
All right. Well, I guess I'll see you in there at some point.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, I'm sure. I saw you had signed up.
Interesting. Okay.
So we'll see you tomorrow night. Trollskull Manor. Don't be late.
Sure. I've got a couple things on my calendar, but maybe I can move some things around. We'll see.
Okay.
It's good to see you again.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's good to see you too.
Hollyreeds is all about this right now.
I'll be making my usual wager, in case you're interested.
I don't gamble anymore,
Oh boy.
but I appreciate the gesture. Maybe at some point, when I'm not on duty, we could meet up and catch up.
That would be very nice.
Yeah, it would.
All right, I'll let you get back to your patrol.
She
Was nice meeting you, Sir Kriegman. See you
takes
tomorrow.
a 2-step. She's very awkward, and gives you kind of a half hug and half like pat on the shoulder, and then keeps marching.
I can't wait for them to show up in full armor.
Probably.
All
To the
right.
party.
I'm sorry. What else were we doing while we were out? I'm gonna have a sit for a
Feeling
bit,
something.
but
Do you need a paper bag? Are you okay? Just
So-
deep breaths. Deep breaths. I felt this way when I first had a crush on someone. It gets easier over time. You just gotta build that confidence, man.
So you all can, if you want to just chill and fast forward to 8 p.m. while we go back to the Sea Maidens Fair, you can. Or if you want to go, if you want to learn about other group teams, we can try and do that as well. It's entirely up to you.
okay.
Roland, I think I should teach you the bend and snap.
Hmm.
Well, I guess let's let you all
Worked for me.
percolate. You'll
That's
percolate
worked
for a bit, and
me
we'll
so many times. I got your back.
go back to Alu and Sprocket. So you make your way into the captain's quarters. We're over here on the dock ward. If you're curious, the Sea Maidens Fair is happening over here. I'm pinging kind of.
Okay, I see it.
And yeah. So you make your way onto the eye catcher and into the captain's quarters, and you see a pretty ornate table with all sorts of food. And you see like a very swashbuckling pirate with an eye patch and a hat and a hook for a hand and a peg leg. And he says, "Oh, welcome. Come on in. What can I
thank you,
do
Captain.
for you?"
Well, we happen to hear you might be in the Nimblewright business, which I'm a little surprised you didn't come to us first, the Temple of Gond. But yeah, I heard maybe you're the guy to see.
Who told you I was dealing in Nimblewrights? I'll have to cut out someone's tongue.
It was Jelza.
I love it. That's just a joke. That's just a joke.
Oh well, it doesn't have to be.
We went in Waterdeep. You know how it goes. No actual tongue cutting out. Nothing illegal here. But I do have a very actionable non-disclosure agreement that I'll be bringing against him. Thanks for letting me know.
Oh, absolutely. And just remember, if you go out to harbor, technically that's the sea, and Waterdeep rules don't apply.
Gotcha. I appreciate that.
God, I love
But we won't be putting out to harbor anytime. Not with that copper dragon flying around Mist Shore. We'll be here for a little while at least. Well,
dragon.
unfortunately, your information's a little out of date. I was dealing in Nimblewrights, but unfortunately, I don't have any more for sale.
Well, all right. Well, we'll settle for some parts. Is there anything else you could maybe perhaps part with?
Nimblewright part. I mean, we don't. I got some requests. I brought them in from a wizard in Luskin and helped him move him, but I don't deal with parts. I mean, as far as I know, you can make a Nimblewright out of anything as long as you got the right magic on it. You found some owners already.
Yeah, we got Nim, Bell, and Wright.
Yeah,
I think.
Nim, Bill, and Wright, and then there's a fourth one. Yeah, so I guess what are you trying to get from the captain? What sort of information?
Like who he sold to and how many are running around the city, maybe?
I'm sorry. I can't just let you know who my customers are. You must understand that a sale of this magnitude, these are some very pricey magical items. I'm sure there's many an unsavory fellow that would like to get their hands on one. So to prevent potential robbery and murder, I don't just give out the names of customers.
Would you for 16 gold?
Boyo, do you know how much I sold a Nimblewright for?
25,000, which seems a little bit much for me.
Yeah, I tell you what I can do with 16 gold. When I shit in the afternoon, I can use it to wipe myself.
That's impractical, sir. There's much better ways have been invented since you learned that technique. Well, do you know any idea when you might be getting more of a shipment in, or perhaps order some custom parts from your wizard?
He says, no, I mean, this was a specific one and done job. I'm normally not a merchant, you see. I took care of this specific order. I found the clients, but I'm not a Nimblewright salesman, if you will. Can I ask what makes you so curious about Nimblewrights?
I mean, who wouldn't be? A construct capable of constructing more. They are absolutely fascinating, and they would serve the Temple of God wonderfully. Besides the one we have already.
He says, you have a Nimblewright. Are you one of my customers?
Not directly. More recipient of one of your products. You dealt with my boss, who I don't have written down. You know, the boss from the Temple of Gond.
What was her name? Vanetta?
Vanetta. Yeah. Hey, yeah, you've dealt with Vanetta before.
We can double check that I remember that name right real quick.
I'm pretty sure that is right.
Sounds right.
Sounds close, if not.
Valletta.
Valletta.
He says, are you Valletta's boy? Are you Zim? Are you Zev?
Both Zim and Zev died last week. No, I am Sprocket.
He says, you're not the one
Spev.
that... You're the smart one. You're not the hot but dumb one.
No.
Say that.
That was Zim. He definitely perished.
Yeah.
Probably thinks Sprocket's cute.
He says, yeah, well, I didn't know you were with Valletta. You have a Nimblewright. She just wants more?
Well, yeah, they could be extremely helpful around the city. Like I know there's a lot of multiple uses for them. They help us clean the temple. Sometimes used in bombings. They could probably work in a tavern.
You'll have to give her my deepest apologies. I mean, those are rare magical artifacts. I got the ones I had, and I had no more.
Can I insight this fool?
Yeah.
To see if he's just stringing me along because he knows I can't buy one. Insight is rolled very bad.
Wilhelm's been watching the conversation entirely. He's gonna come in and he's gonna talk with the captain for a little while, buying you a little more time to gauge reaction. You can roll with advantage.
Okay, cool.
Here comes a 2.
Here comes a 2. A 6. Haha, one
Nice.
better.
Technically, it's that one. I think you clicked the wrong thing. That's a medicine check.
Oh wait, it's still. I still have the same
Still
bonus.
the same modifier.
No,
Yeah,
I know. I was trying to sideways give you another roll, but that's fine. You think? Okay, dude,
Still nothing.
you
Don't worry,
suck.
still nothing above 10.
Yeah.
I am just in. Think about Nimblewright.
Zord seems flamboyant and swashbuckling and hardy. He seems perfectly welcoming.
What about Alu?
Yeah, Alu is observing.
Yeah, give me an insight check as well.
I miss Rassel's insight.
Yeah, he's hard to sneak by.
Okay,
Better.
you two feel put relatively at ease by the captain. You think that, like, for the right reason, he might be willing to bend rules. He's a pirate. There are no hard rules. It's always more like guidelines.
I don't like where this
There it
going.
is. There's the fucking line I was waiting for.
So, like, for the if
What are you willing to do,
if it was
Alan?
more than just idle curiosity on your parts, he might be willing to help out.
Gotcha. Well, Sprocket definitely really wants a Nimblewright. But Alu doesn't care. She's just here because she wants to look around. Mostly.
Yeah. So why don't you roll me a perception check, and we'll see what you've learned about the ship as you've hopped on. Ooh, okay. So,
Nice.
in what you have seen, that's actually a pretty good perception check based on what you have seen. I'm gonna screenshot and send you some schematic. Ah, shit, that's got like stuff on it. I guess you don't know what that stuff is, so that's probably okay. And there it is. So you don't know the below decks, but you see the rest of the decks pretty well.
So the
And
main
you
deck-
are in right now. You're in J10. That's the captain's chambers.
You're the captain now.
Yeah, it's our
Yeah.
boat. Okay, see it.
Cool.
Again, you think that, based on your observations, now that you're actually on the ship, so you think that there's the captain. You've seen that he has given orders to 3 different mates. On the eye catcher, you think that at any given time there's about 17 to 18 sailors. You've got a better number on that 20 gauge now. You've refined it a little bit with your observations. And then you think that based on what you've seen, there can probably be another 16 carnies that are not actively performing at any time, resting on the ship.
I've just been listing all the
He's
different
nothing
things
suspicious though
that we can tell.
so far.
He seems clear by me. I don't know. That's what the dice are saying.
Yeah, I mean, there'd be unlimited uses for him in the city. Like, these fine opening a tavern. I don't know if it's possible.
Wilhelm's going to lean into you and whisper, like, do you want to tell him why we really want to know who we sold a Nimblewright to? Like, this is only for you to hear.
Yeah, I thought it was for the tavern, right?
Is Wilhelm talking to me or to Sprocket?
Oh, does Sprocket not know?
No, I think he knows. I'm just having fun with it. Like, I think he pauses. Like, Wilhelm just does like a slow shake his head now. Like,
Oh, the explosion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I definitely killed a lot of people and I guess broke your stuff. Yeah, maybe he'd be interested in that.
We're interested in knowing who broke our stuff.
Yeah, what do you say?
Good captain, sir. You might be interested to know one of your products blew up a city block.
What?
You probably heard it from here. I'm informed by this adventuring party that's taking me in that yeah, sure enough, one set off a bomb.
Your Nimblewright blew up a city block.
Not mine. No, not Nim. Not Nim at all. He was tinkering all day, building a tiny bird. No, it was some unknown one.
Well, that does sound serious.
We also don't know that it was Captain Zord's. I feel like Wilhelm would probably say that, not Alu, but like,
yeah,
if you jump
Wilhelm
we don't
will,
know where it came from.
if we've broached that conversation, Wilhelm will say, Alu here witnessed it directly, and we'd love for you to give us some information on a Nimblewright that is normally wearing a red hat with a large feather in it and a red cape. He describes the Nimblewright, and Zord drums his fingers against the table for a little bit and just looks a little introspective, and he says, "One moment." And he gets up and he's going to leave the cabin for a little bit. You have a little time if you want to do anything while he's out.
A cursory look around, but I don't want a rifle.
Okay.
Just pistol.
Just wants to like look closely at anything that might be around.
Yeah, cursory look around.
Can I help her?
Sure.
Can I kind of like assist her if she's making some sort of check?
Yeah, so you see there's a give me a perception check. You've got a limited amount of time, so let's do a check for it.
All right.
With advantage, with the help. Yeah,
That's pretty good.
okay.
Did you roll once or twice?
I rolled twice.
Oh, the 18. I just now saw it. Okay,
So
cool.
you noticed
Awesome.
a couple things.
Good
One,
job.
you noticed when Zord was leaving, he has on his belt, he's got a ring holding a number of keys. That's one thing you noticed. The other thing you noticed is he's got a small bookshelf, and you're able to see on the bookshelf that there's mundane books, but there's also some spell books there. You see that there is a trunk with a padlock on it. And then you see that there's also locks on the different cupboard drawers in his captain's, like his desk.
Okay.
And if that's all you want to do, that's fine. And then he'll come back in.
Yeah, Ellie wasn't going to risk trying to pick anything
Yeah.
when she knows he's coming back and there's so many people on board.
Yeah.
But is it just the three of us alone in this room right now?
Maybe.
Yeah, the captain takes his meetings alone.
Okay. I want to steal stuff, but Sprocket wouldn't. Okay, yeah, I guess we just sort of just chill in a little bit. Like, I'll lean over to Ali. Was like, "You think we should offer him 16 gold?"
I don't think it's going to help.
I think we'll get him this time. Okay, if you think so.
So
you're waiting.
he comes back and he says, the Nimblewright, I do recognize the description of the Nimblewright that you mentioned. The people who purchased that Nimblewright from me was the Growlhound family.
I spelled that completely incorrectly.
Gralhund.
What? I spelled that correctly. Cool. Wow. All right.
Oh, wonderful. And remember, next if you were to talk to your wizard next time, we would love some spare parts.
Yes.
I'll keep that in mind.
Is there anything else we need to get from this guy?
I
I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, not that
Figure out-
Alu would be willing to risk. I think Alu would thank him warmly.
Oh,
Request that he keep us in mind if they do come across any other Nimblewrights, as Sprocket is very keen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he'll thank you for your time. He'll say sorry he didn't have anything more to sell, and he'll kind of open the door and let you see yourselves out. A
Excellent.
ship's
Thank you
mate
so much.
will kind of guide you back off the ship and back into the Sea Maidens Fair.
Now that we're out of earshot, can I roll a history or something to see if I recognize the Growlhound family?
Yeah, the Growlhound family. Yeah, you can roll a quick history check.
Cool. I'm good at those.
It's possible that
You have
Mediocre.
heard of this family before.
Oh, shit. Cool.
The Growlhounds are a minor noble family. They're not on the same level as the Never Embers or like
The Go Delicately's?
huh?
Or the Go Delicately's?
Or the Go Delicately's. You probably haven't heard too much of them because it's like inter-family politics of the rich of this city. But you know that they have a reputation to be a bit dirty. Not like they just have a reputation of like always wanting an edge and being a very ambitious family. With a 14, what you know is that Lady Yala, Yalah, of the Growlhounds, she's kind of the matriarch of the family, and there's some bitterness there that you don't know the exact nature of, but at some point Yala was slighted by the city society at large, and she's made no effort to hide her contempt for that event.
Oh.
You probably read something about this in like if you read the Waterdeep Wazoo, that newspaper, you probably read some like of this in like the high society articles, that sort of thing.
Okay, well that's interesting. I'd pass it on too. I'd let Wilhelm and Alu know that as well. Just that I've
Wilhelm. Let's go to Wilhelm.
Okay, a little better than mine.
Yeah, he knows the Growlhounds. He says they have a villa up in the North Ward. I don't think they could have. I'm surprised that they had the money together to buy a Nimblewright. I commissioned myself out to all sorts of noble families. They've been on the rise. I mean, Lady Yala is a fighter in every sense of the word. She's been trying to claw her way up the social ladder. Rumor is that either one of them is a masked lord or is going to be soon. But yeah, that's interesting that they got a Nimblewright.
And the Mask Lords, they're part of...
That's Waterdeep's ruling group. It's like their senate,
right.
almost.
Artor is part of that.
Yeah, but it's anonymous. Yes, Artor Morlin is part of it.
Well, do you think she might also have some shady connections and getting money and influence that way?
Oh, I don't doubt it.
All right. Note to self for us, ask Kali for more information when we see her.
Yep.
In the meantime, now that we've been through the ship and back again, is there anything else that Alu might have perceived or investigated?
Not.
You had something down here, didn't you? You have some objective. It's not to like early AMs, but you had something you had to scope out, right?
Yeah, you haven't seen like there's not like anyone that. Actually, give me an insight check.
Okay. Not good.
You did not identify the serial killer. If you had rolled a 1, I would have. I'll admit, if you had rolled a 1, I would have pointed some random person out to you and be like, "That's the man."
That is a serial killer.
Yeah. So you guys can wander around. You still got time if you want to go try and take care of the monster in that lady's closet, or if you just want to go meet the others for Fenn's thing at 8 p.m. now.
Wait, monster in whose closet? Why do I not remember this part?
The Harper's Guild gave you the task in the trade ward. The reason I mentioned it is because you'll walk through the trade ward to get back there.
I feel like if that's a Harper's thing, we've got Wilhelm with us. That makes sense. We can do that.
Let's go fight a monster. Go
Okay.
kill a closet monster.
Yeah. So you go along the route, the Snail Street. You kind of take your way up Snail Street and then across Drakir Street. No relation. And you you get to Felzoon's Folly, which is a tavern on Sorn and Salabar, and that's where you're supposed to meet the lady. You get there and you spot pretty easily a lady. You're supposed to meet Uza Solizeph, and you find her with a glass and a bottle, and she's sobbing quietly, drunkenly to herself.
Aww.
Wilhelm says, "Oh, I think that's who you're supposed to go talk to."
Okay. Although it would feel a little bit bad for her, and probably quietly slip into a chair or something at the table that she's sitting at.
Yeah.
And
Just
know that
a quick recap. When you were given this quest, you were told that Uza she claimed to trap a monster in her shop, and she's worried about the welfare of the books in her shop and her cat. The watch wasn't taking her seriously. Yeah.
all cares about cats.
Yeah. So she says she's sobbing. She's like, a monstrous orb chased my cat Philippa into the shop. I locked them in there. I didn't know what to do, but I hope she's not hurt. Would you save my kitty? Would someone save my cat? And everyone's just kind of like brushing her off. And Wilhelm's like, "We'll save your cat, madam." And then he turns to you two and he's like, "Guys, you're going to go save her cat?"
Ollie would be like, "We will do our best to save your cat." Ollie would never promise that she can deliver on something if she's not sure that she can.
So
We'll definitely try to save your cat.
We're going to my map of many places. First, I guess we need to copy the three of you onto there.
I see it now.
I do not see it.
This is his map of too many places.
Oh, there he is. There we are.
Yep. Yeah. So Uza kind of leads you to her shop. And she says, "It's in here somewhere." And her shop's name is Curiosity and Satisfaction.
That's a good name for a shop. Where's the door? Is it over on the bottom?
The door is right here.
Okay,
you can see from the outside, this is like clearly a residential house that was, it's just kind of, she turned it into her shop.
Got it. I just wasn't sure because sometimes those just look like windows.
Yeah.
And it's a solid door, I assume?
Yeah, but she can unlock it for you if you are ready to go. And Wilhelm will he's going to stand behind both of you.
I would want to use some perception to see if there's anything that she can detect beyond the door before we go opening it.
Yeah, can I do that as well?
Yeah, give me perception checks with... you're focusing on sound, I guess.
Yeah, trying to listen for it.
Let me real quick...
My perception is terrible.
Wilhelm is gonna say, I'm glad you're both here. Thanks for coming and helping with this. And I just want you to know that we're gonna rock this. And he gives each of you a kiss on the cheek, and you both have bardic inspiration.
Nice.
Nice.
So that is a D6 you can add to a roll at any time.
You call that a face bump?
You don't detect anything with your roll.
Oh, I'm gonna roll it too.
Yeah, mine was crummy.
Ooh, I rolled a thing.
You hear a cat. Not exactly sure, but it might be somewhere over here with that fucking roll. And then you hear some sort of chaotic gibbering and cackling somewhere over here. Do you see my pings even if it's in dark?
I do.
Okay.
I'd be like, oh, all right, I think I zeroed in on him. And I walk up towards the door and pull out my musket and try to like point it through the door. It's just trying to aim in the general direction.
Uza unlocks the door and steps to the side.
Oh, I was... the door wouldn't stop this. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't want to buy a new door.
kind of want to try. Okay, that. All right, that's fine. So I will stow my musket and do an action to deploy my armor and get out my
Sure thing.
shield.
Yep.
And Ollie would probably step inside the door into the side quickly.
Yep.
And as soon as we do whatever it is, she's gonna dash for the cat.
You
Oh,
see-
I would have told you we heard the cat around towards the back of the building because I think this might be another door. If you want to try to snag that.
that one's a window. We're gonna call that one a
Okay.
window.
Okay. Cool.
Give me just a quick second to reveal what Alu sees.
I would also like to try stealth in because it'd be funny.
In your armor.
Okay.
Yes.
I think this is kind of
Disadvantage.
what you see so far, Alu. Let's roll initiative. We'll do things with
We'll get it
initiative from
ready.
this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bad.
17.
7.
Before we went into the scenario, I'm assuming we asked the lady to give us a layout of her, like a idea of the layout of the
Yeah,
shop.
she said from the front door there's a little hallway where most of her books are. There's comfortable reading chairs. It leads to another hallway. She's got her room in her bedroom in the back. There's a room over here. Her closet is over here. And then she's got her like privy over here.
Okay.
Is it 1 or 2 stories?
This is multiple stories, but she is just in the first one.
Okay.
It's a self-contained shop.
Pop that open. Alu got a 17. Spev got a 7.
Yep.
And turn. Wilhelm's gonna stay out here and comfort Uza.
Based on its image there, I feel like I remember it from earlier in the game.
I did not see it.
It's
Okay.
too small to really see.
Oh, okay.
It is going to not do anything right now.
I think I know, but Sprocket doesn't.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't remember. Take that back.
All right. The cat is also not moving right now. Alu, it's your turn.
Okay, so Ali wants to dash for the back of the shop in the direction that Sprocket said he heard and saw the sound of the cat. She's going to be as perceptive
Sure
as
thing.
possible.
Move
away.
yourself, your movement, stop when you get here. Yeah, perfect. What was that? 1, 2, 3. At that point, you get to see...
Junk.
Yeah. That.
Okay.
Now, Key, you can decide where you want to move the rest of your movement. I just wanted to make sure that you, like, saw where you were going.
Okay.
You got
so
3 more squares you can move.
if I recall correctly, this straight ahead, there's almost looks like French doors, kind of like
There's
where
a...
they're open.
Yeah.
And then right to the right, like 3 spaces up from where I'm standing, it looks like a door.
Here? There's...
No,
You see a door
there.
here. Yeah.
Is that a door? Okay.
Yeah. You think that might be the, like, reading room that she mentioned.
Okay. So I'm gonna probably want to move right about here.
Sure thing.
That's okay.
And from there, we can reveal for you... that, and you can see into this room now. There's no
Okay.
cat on your right, and there's no cat over there on your left.
Alrighty.
You can still move. You can dash as your action and continue to move.
Yeah, I think that she would do that. And like that room, I can see it all. I don't need to explore it. So she's gonna basically come here-ish.
Sure thing. From here, you can see this room.
Get in the goodie. So that
All
was my dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. So I can see the kitty.
Yep.
She's not gonna do any shouting though, because she doesn't know what monster's in here. She wants to rescue that cat.
Yep. Are you trying to be stealthy?
Yeah, for now.
Since you're dashing, give me a stealth check.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
Trying to be like she's not like going like super stealth, but
Yeah.
she can be
Look at
quiet.
you want to
No,
maintain
you're wrong.
stealth.
She
Yep, you
is
have
going
to.
super stealth.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
she's going
All
super
right.
stealth.
Spev, it's your turn.
Okay, sorry, I was figuring out how spells work in this. So I am going to use my mighty 25 feet of movement, which should get me. Or do we? Yeah, are we allowed to cut corners in this?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So 25 will get me right into this middle of the room.
Yep.
Looking in the direction of where I heard the noise, or think I heard the noise. Do I know where it might be?
You think it's in the back somewhere.
The monster. So you're going for the monster.
Well, isn't that the idea that we have to like clear the monster for him?
Yeah, I'm just making sure because Alu's first priority is saving her cat.
Yeah.
Your first priority is going for the monster, but you can see me, so Alu might be like, "Cat there," just so you know.
Okay. I will say you are so much faster than me that I think you can probably get him under control. But I'll go ahead and dash. I'll dash all the way into. I think. Wait, is that 25 feet? I'm used to playing Wrestle where don't have to count feet.
Yeah, infinite feet. Yeah.
Pretty much. Oh yeah. Can I?
Yeah, you can dash there.
It'd be 20 to get right here. Can I see what's up?
Yes.
I'll still have 5 more feet after that. Oh, hey, he's cute.
You see, it looks like a monstrous cyclops head with 5 eye stalks coming out of the top of it.
Yeah, we met them.
And,
yeah, we fought one of these before.
Well, you have. Spev may not have.
Yes,
I definitely have not.
You get there, and it was holding an action.
Cool.
It's going to hit you with an eye beam.
Eye beam.
Let's see what we got. Oop, that is... I think it only gets 1 eye ray. It says it shoots 2 of the following eye rays at random as an action. So it'll hit you with 2, won't it?
Sounds like it.
The first thing, give me a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw, you say? Oh yeah. Oop. Bad. Really
Yes,
bad. 5.
you are charmed.
Okay, cool. What about that second spell?
Let's see what it is. Okay, give me a dexterity saving throw.
I would love to. If I D&D Beyond's tricky, y'all. Not much better, but a little bit better.
Yeah,
9.
You take... You take 16 cold damage.
Holy shit. Ooh.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, how do I take that off?
I think you can... Yeah, there you go. Anything else you want to do on your turn? You've taken damage, so I think you're no longer charmed.
Yeah, I think it's on the spell. It'll say. So it ends by charm.
Actually, on the spell, it doesn't say that. No, so I guess you're still charmed.
Cool. All right.
What does charm mean?
Yeah.
You can't take.
You can't attack the charmer or target the charmer with harmful abilities or magical effects, and the charmer has advantage on any ability check to interact socially with you.
Neat.
What else are you doing for your turn? You've moved. You've dashed.
I think I will just use my last bit of movement. I'm like, oh, you're really cute, but that was very painful. I'm gonna go and just sort of limp back like 5 more feet. Yep. And like as Alu sees me kind of inch around the corner again, I'm just covered in frost and ice. I'm like, I found the monster.
I think
it's adorable.
Right now she doesn't see you.
Okay.
You are. Yeah, I would.
So you can still attack it according to its own abilities, but you have disadvantage on attacking it.
Yes.
I totally forgot I had Bardic Inspiration and regular Inspiration. Whoopsie doodle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
On that note, the beams, they're beams. They don't make a lot of noise. Alu, give me a perception check. Let's see if you notice the clatter that's going on. You do. You hear Sprocket yelp.
Okay.
The Gazer is going to first use its bonus action to move over here. Then...
Oh.
Oh.
Am I gonna die?
It's going to call. It heard your voice because you said like, "Oh, I'm just gonna scoot back a little bit." Or what did you say exactly?
You're really cute, but that hurt. I'm just gonna scoot back.
I guess
here.
let me ask you: did you say anything?
I definitely announced loud, like Alu announced that she found the cat, so I announced loudly I found the monster.
Okay. Because it
didn't
heard you
announce it.
say what you said, it is going to announce in your voice. Actually, never mind. False alarm. All clear.
Please do an impression of Sprocket.
That was my impression of Sprocket.
Okay, well,
It could have been better.
Alu,
So
you
good.
give me a wisdom check, an insight check. Insight.
Sprocket rolls. Oh, what a horrible thing.
You think
Okay.
that there's something up. You think like
It doesn't
that
sound
didn't quite
like-
sound like that wasn't a great impression.
That wasn't how he would talk to me.
Yes.
Weird.
The Gazer, I guess, for its like free interaction, it's gonna say, "Are you here to save the spy?"
Bye.
And
To
then
me
to you,
or to her?
to you. It like lowers its voice and it says that to you, and then it's gonna hit you with, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's only got 4 eye stalks. I miscounted. So let me just roll d4s then.
Oh boy. Do not kill Sprocket, please.
It's
Oh,
gonna
Lord.
hit you with a telekinetic ray. Give me a strength saving throw.
Oh shit! I am so bad at those. What I roll?
You
Uh,
fail.
I'm gonna use the inspiration I have to roll that again.
Sure thing.
Not the bardic inspiration, but the DM. Whatever.
Regular one.
Oh,
Oh
you
my
still
goodness.
fail. You still fail.
I'm gonna take the. Can I add bardic inspiration to that first one?
Yeah, because you have advantage. So yeah, go ahead.
How do I
Just
do
roll
that?
a d6 and we can.
I
add
got
them.
okay. I got a D6 in front of me. Oh Christ! I rolled a 1,
You
so
still fail.
11 total.
Yep, you fail.
Oh.
You are slammed. There is a wall there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna stop you there, but you do hit that wall. So let's say you don't hit it super hard. Let's say you're gonna take a d4's worth of damage. Not a lot. You take 4 damage from hitting the wall.
Ow, I landed on my keys.
Yeah.
Max damage.
And then it's going to hit you again with a beam.
Holy shit.
You're
And
getting
it's the
butt
frost
kicked,
wearing.
man.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Do I have any sort of help with this with my armor? No, I don't think so. Okay, cool. Well, I was Sprocket, everyone.
You
10
fail.
total. Yeah, probably.
We're going to take
My
3
goodness.
Look, I have really high AC, but my saving throws suck ass.
Okay, this is better. You only take 6 damage.
I'm down.
Only better if he lives.
Listen, yeah, he's not straight up dead, at least. I guess it was impossible for that to just kill him. But still, he's just down. That is so it used its bonus action to move. So it's actually going to go 1, 2, 3,
Wait, it can
4,
move as a bonus action?
5. Yeah, as a bonus action, the Gazer can move up to its speed toward a hostile creature that it can see.
I
It's
wasn't
aggressive.
hostile. Okay, whatever.
Ah! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Fine, yeah, I came
6.
I came weapon bear. That's fine.
Yeah,
You
you had a
didn't get
gun
a chance
out.
to be hostile, but you definitely intended it.
Fun fact about D&D
That's
Beyond:
as far
when
as
you
it
go
can
below,
move, I think.
you go below 0 HP,
The
death saves
cat
pop up.
is still chilling. Alu, it's got its back arched and its fur raised.
How's that cat doing?
Yeah, it's just hissing at you. Alu, it's your turn. And you just saw Sprocket fly back, hit the wall, and then get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah. That's not good. So Alu's she's gonna come in here and she's gonna open the window.
Sure.
And I don't know if this door closes. Does that door close? Because if it does close, she wants to close it behind her.
The window?
The door. So the door behind me, I want to close it.
Oh, I see. There's no door there. That's just like it's like a room separation, but it's not an actual door.
So she's going to not dash. She's going to approach the kitty slowly. He's obviously pissed.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to scare it. She wants to
Give me an animal handling check.
Animal handling. Okay. Be a good roll, please.
Yeah, you're able to settle it down. It's not like nursing or like being super comfortable with you, but it seems like you can pick it up without getting your shit scratched.
Okay, and she's gonna fling open the window and shout for Uza to come get her kitty.
Okay. Anything else you want to do?
Well, she's gonna hand the cat out the window. So once the cat is taken care of, she's gonna go back for Sprocket.
Got it. Spev, give me a death saving throw.
Oh god.
Cool. How do I do that? I saw that on D&D Beyond, a little death save things popped up. How do I actually roll that though?
Just roll a d20.
Yeah, I think in Beyond, maybe you can just roll a d20.
Did that do it? Oh, hey,
yeah.
That did it.
You have one failure so far.
Cool.
I guess it's at the bottom of the order, so now is when Wilhelm and Uza can do things. Uza will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wilhelm will kind of go with her, just kind of covering her. The Gazer is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
How did the Gazer get out of the house?
Because you
Fucker's fast.
Yeah.
The
door's unlocked now.
Oh, and it can just open the door?
It's telekinetic. I'm
Yeah.
not surprised.
I should have shot it through the house.
It's here. It sees Uza, and it's going to see if it can attack her.
Oh, boy.
It is going to attack her.
Uh-oh.
Who's
Why is it going to attack Uza? Is she a spy?
She's... hold on. I got to pull up commoner stats. I'm pretty sure she's dead.
Oh yeah, she's definitely dead. They've got like 5 HP or something.
Uza, you know what? Wilhelm is going to cover for her. Wilhelm is going to... He's in between the Gazer and her. He's going to block whatever this is with his body. Wilhelm, you can make your...
You're so brave, Wilhelm.
Making the sacrifice play.
So unusual for him.
Dexterity save.
Got the power of God and anime on his side.
Ooh, okay. He is able to lurch Uza out of the way, and the beam misses. And then it's going to fire another one, and now it's going to just fire at Wilhelm because he fucked up. He is going to get hit. He is going to get hit with 11 damage. He's looking pretty hurt.
Oh.
And he cries out. He says, "Alu, it's out here!"
Great.
I guess if it's out here, I should do... And I'll just do him at the bottom of the order again. The cat hops out. It sees the Gazer is out here, and it hops back in.
Yeah,
2,
I was going to
3,
say, if
4,
Alu's...
5, 6. It kind of does that weird, like, cat scramble. 1,
Yeah, like, 2, fuck this, I'm out of
3.
here.
It's going to hide under the bed. Alu, it's your turn.
And Alu's going to let it because she feels like that's smart. Okay, so I know that we faced these before.
Yes.
Down in the dank, whatever it was.
Yeah.
as a player, will you remind me what we learned about that? Because
You were able to stab it. Like, I think Fen and Roland together stabbed it and killed it pretty easily.
Yeah, they're not super
Okay.
tough.
Yeah.
You could probably kill it right now. If you
so
roll high
that
enough.
is yeah. So I
You can
Just
hop.
wanna-
The window's open. You can hop out that window and try and get at it if you want.
These things have roughly the same equivalent intelligence as a cat. Like, it's not very smart.
but they are controlled by something, right? Isn't it?
Yes, you do. You, I think Wilhelm knew enough about gazers that he told the rest of the party at the time that if there's a gazer here, that usually means, in Waterdeep, gazers mean someone from the Xanathars Guild is nearby.
And Zentarum is who we're friends with. The Xanathars is the other people.
Yes, and they hate each other.
Just like this. Okay, so I'm assuming I have to come out of the window before I can attack it, or I'll be attacking with disadvantage. Although,
Are you trying to like throw a dagger at it?
well, no, I'm gonna use my psychic blades. Maybe.
Do those have range?
You can
Yeah.
throw them, yes.
Yeah, so you can throw it. I mean, yeah, it does have some cover because of what's between you and it, but you can get out here and just try and stab it or throw at it.
Okay. All right. So let me move through the window over here. Not a fan of having to attack it, but okay.
1, 2. You still have 1, 2, 3, 4. You could get up close to it and try and just swing. Like, if I don't know what your ranged versus melee attack bonuses are, but it might. If
My
it's
ranged is better.
Okay.
Okay. So first I have to attack to see if I hit, right?
Yes.
Yup.
My
That +4 on your character sheet.
4? Where's that? Oh, I'm using my dex.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you want to. Yeah.
If you're a rogue, you better be using your dex.
Yeah.
I just never remember that. So
I was only playing combat.
that's the wrong thing, sorry. Is
yeah.
that the right thing or is that the
That
wrong
was a
thing?
dexterity
That's a dex
save. So
That's not the
Okay.
right thing.
on
Sorry.
your sheet, if you see psychic blades attack dex, under hit
That's
DC, there's
where
a
it is.
plus
Thank you.
4. Yeah.
Yes,
in
hold on.
attacks. So you have 2 blades in each hand. You have your action that you can stab, and then if you swing with your one blade, you can bonus action with your other blade.
Right. This one.
You hit. So that's on your sheet again. You can see next to that +4 is the damage, 1d6 + 2. You can hit that button and roll that psychic damage.
Whoa, that's a lot.
That's a lot of dice.
That shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah, it's a
It's not sneak attack.
1d6 + 2. I don't know why.
Yeah, so 7. 7 is what you dealt to it. Yeah, you throw a blade at it, and you sink it deep into its flesh, and it screams. And then you can bonus action your offhand dagger.
That's this one.
Just for the record, I don't want to ever hear Cameron say the words "deep into its flesh."
You hit again.
Don't come in here. You're out there, bud.
What's with all the dice?
I don't
I
know,
don't
but
know.
the math in the column is correct, so I'm not sure. Yeah, you sink another blade into it, and its eye, and it drops to the street dead.
Perfect. All right, now that we're no longer in
You need to go help your buddy.
combat, she's gonna just hop back through the window because that's fastest way to get to Sprocket. Is that cool?
Yeah. Wilhelm's gonna run over to. There we go. Wilhelm, Uza's gonna come in, rush past everyone, and go get her cat. Let's see. You have some healing, and Wilhelm has some healing.
Yeah, I have
You're ASMR. You
healing hands.
can bring him up with 1.
my thing is like I can restore 3 hit points, but I think that I use them all at the same time. I
Yes.
don't think that it's
Yeah.
It's not a paladin thing.
Yeah, so you
Right.
can bring Sprocket back up to 3. Use your healing hands, and then Wilhelm, once Sprocket is up, he's got some magic. He's going to use Healing Word on you, Sprocket. He's going to give you another 7.
Oh,
So you're
shit,
you're back up at 10.
Oh, that's awesome. So cool. All right. I'm back.
Sprocket, are you okay?
What happened? There's a
Got the
very cute
wind
little.
knocked out of you.
I think more than that. There was
Oh, you almost died. You didn't almost die. You're fine.
Okay.
We're
What?
dangerous people to associate with.
Yeah. Ow! What was that thing?
I was a gazer.
It,
Wilhelm knows all about them.
I mean, it was a Xanathar gazer for sure. Not sure what the hell it was doing over here.
Yeah, we need to ask Uza some questions now that, our folks are okay.
Sure. Yeah, Wilhelm, you all can go up and talk to Uza.
Yep.
I'm gonna cast a real quick Cure Wounds on myself.
Yeah, all the healing's over in this party.
My one spell. Okay.
Good thing this is the group that got into a fight today.
Just once, I want to get into a fight with Sprocket. I've yet to fight with him.
So,
continue.
what are you two asking Uza?
We'll
Shit.
probably ask her. Well, only Sprocket knows about the spy aspect, and he's a bit of a blabbermouth.
What are you saying, Sprocket?
Say I got 11 HP back. I'm feeling all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm trying to juggle D&D Beyond right now. Cool. Yeah. I will.
Sorry that rattled my cage a little bit. Well, I don't really know what that thing was.
Did you forget? I don't know if you remember this or not, but on your character sheet it says you have advantage on initiative, wisdom, and charisma saving throws against magical abilities. Did you know that?
Do I really?
It says that.
Oh.
Just a heads up for next time.
Oh, that's a gnome thing. Okay, cool. Yeah. Well.
Keep going.
Cool. At least I didn't die. All right.
Know your shit, people.
Yeah, this is all new to me. Sorry. Yeah. Well. Maybe we should talk to her and figure out why this little spy drone is after her.
Yeah. What do you ask Uza? She's here. She's
Oh,
comforting
okay.
her cat.
I thought we were over having a little powwow over there.
Yeah.
So I will walk up to him and go.
So do you have any idea why the Xanathars would be looking for you?
I open my helmet.
Oh, sorry about that. Do you have any idea why Xanathar might be after you or your cat?
I mean, I don't think it was after me. It seemed to ignore me. It just went after my cat. I don't know.
Cat's a spy.
Does the cat know something?
Yeah, give me an insight check with advantage.
Dope.
Wilhelm's helping out here.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Insight.
Oh,
We lost in the end. Oh,
there he
back.
is.
Oh wow,
Okay,
one of those is good.
This seems to be just a cat.
With you motherfucker. Okay.
Ollie wants to make sure the cat's okay.
Yeah, the cat's like shaken up, but it seems okay.
Great. I feel like if there's nothing more Uza can tell us.
I'll turn to Wilhelm at that point and go like,
So it seemed like the Harpers were interested in protecting this woman and dealing with this problem. What's their involvement with her?
That's a good question.
Well, Uza's just an old friend of Mert's. He wanted to make sure that she was taken care of.
who is Mert? I don't think I've heard that name yet.
Higher up Harper than Wilhelm is.
Okay. So she has no idea why the Xanathars are spying on her. shouldn't we knew that if there's a gazer nearby, there's probably a Xanathar's guild guy later around. Like, should we go try to find them?
Yeah, you can.
Like, is there any windows we can peek out?
Yeah, you can give me an investigation check. We'll say you spend. Do you want to say the rest of your time ahead of meeting back up with Fen and the others, looking for signs of the Xanathar's Guild?
Doing a little investigation.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm good at those.
You are good at those.
But only got a 14.
Yeah, so with your investigation check, Alu, it's about an hour before you have to meet with Fen at this point. But you all, like, you pick up the gazer bits. You're all spending time wandering the streets looking for anything. Alu, you are able to find there is a door that has a sign on it that says sewer access, authorized city officials only. But what you're able to spot, you're looking around, you've got your magical light out. You're able to spot the Xanathar glyph in the bottom right-hand corner of this door.
Got it.
So you wander like the trade ward for a decent amount of time. But you end up, let's call it, you have successfully identified, you think something to do with, maybe it's an entrance to a complex or a safe house, you don't know.
That's probably valuable information.
Here, near the court of the White Bull.
The court of the what now?
Oh, near the outside, right by the river gate.
Got it.
Cool. Good job.
Sometimes you have to zoom way out because you're in the wrong part of the map.
Yeah, that's all I did.
Do you see, I put it a green box with green text.
Yep, I see it.
Cool. Good find.
It's either worth a look ourselves or it's worth a look. It's worth a mention to your Zentarum friends. One of the two.
Yep.
Is it worth it to peek our head in now?
No,
we don't
have for that.
You
got
can.
10 HP, my friend.
Yeah.
It's probably crazy trapped.
And it's about this time you think that you need to start heading back up if you want to catch Fen and the others.
Yeah. Ollie's going to be like, we don't have time, but I'll
make a note of it for later.
We'll make a note of it. We'll send word to the Zentarum. And
then you all are going to head back up. And let's real quickly, we'll finish out the session by just checking. Fen, Rolan, and Holly, was there anything else you were doing before you were heading back to the castle ward to hit your mark?
We wanted to scope him out beforehand, I believe, right? To get the, like...
I guess, what do you mean scope out beforehand? Because you don't know anything about him except for that he will be at the store at a certain time.
Yeah, we're going to probably check out like the layout of the area.
Okay.
Just to know like the best vantage points to see somebody coming, or
sure,
different like alleyways or whatever.
Sure,
like we're identifying potential escape paths.
The top left part of the map, that is where you are. I just need to add Rolan onto there. Give me just a moment.
Top left part of the map. Okay.
Yep. And it's up to you guys. Do you want to do this thing, or I know it's been 2 hours at this point. Do you want to call this a session here and then come back picking up where we left off?
Well, I'm expecting the next chapter here for Fen's going to take a while.
I'm okay to call it, but only because I'm hungry.
Yeah, so everyone's posting up. They are waiting for Laertes Hansberg to arrive, and we're gonna call this a session here and see how they take care of him next time.
All right. Sounds good.
Thanks for playing with us, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Love you.